Alrighty, we are live. I think. I don't know. You know what? I am going to do very briefly here. Other than welcome everybody in. Welcome everybody. Let's see, what did I want? General options. I want to turn on developer mode. Fly and save, go back, resume. So, I don't know if any of y'all watched Two-Tone Murphy's stream earlier tonight, but he had some things for people to do to try and recover some frames, and so I did those things, and oh, there it is. So we're gonna see. Oh. Limited by main thread. PC load letter what? That can't, what, that, Well, now that's interesting. Well, I'm still getting 40 frames. Huh. But I'm main thread limited. Let's see here. This is strange and I don't like it, but alright. Performance. Okay, it says it's utilizing 75% of the processor, although that doesn't really... no, I don't want summary view. I don't want that either. There we go. Open the resource monitor. I want to see what all of my cores are doing. And it would appear that pretty much all of them are pegged. So that's interesting. Looks like I'm going to need to perhaps take some things off of the processor. But for the moment, everything seems to be working. Everything seems to be smooth. 40 frames is more than acceptable, especially since I'm transmitting in 30. You know what I will do? I wonder, you know what? I'm going to pause that so that I don't make you guys all sick. And then I'm going to... filter? No. Video cap... yeah, there we go. Video capture device. Filters. Background removal. Inference device CPU. I'm going to reduce the number of threads it uses. And see if that helps at all. Oop, didn't want to do that. Okay, it does not seem to have helped at all. Well, no, because now I'm getting 44 instead of 40, so that's... Huh, okay. Well... Alright, so let's very briefly brief this flight and then get on the road, as it were. Get in the sky. What? This is not the flight that I had loaded earlier. There we go, that's the right flight. Alright, so we're going to take off from Rijeka, where we were the last time you joined me. We're going to fly up to the Bystrica, I think that's right, Bystrica VOR, at 114.1, or decimal 8. So let's go ahead and put that into the, oops, 114. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but all right. And then, oops. Wait, yeah, that is what I wanted. And then we're going to fly through this gap here up to the Ljubljana VOR. And that's 117.2. So I'm going to put that in the second VOR, 117. decimal 2. Okay. And then... I know you guys can't see Sky Vector. It's going to be a 317 initial bearing to Bistrica. 117. So there's 120, so 1, 2, 3. And then, let's see here. Rijeka, 2 runways available. We're going to want runway 32, and that's a bearing of 320. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let us... All right, turn that on. Reset my view. Do the auto start, so we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and... Parking brakes off. I guess I can turn the landing lights off. And then is that... Yeah. Okay. Oh, I want to check the... Okay. Trim is neutral. So let's go. Ooh, did I hit something? I may have hit something. Oh, do we have a notch of flap in? We do have a notch of flap in. Let's... There we go. Alright. I think we have to back taxi here, so we're gonna get set up to do that. I know I'm taxiing just wherever the hell I want, because... Oh, you know what? You guys can't see what I'm doing, because I left Navigraph open like a jerk-off. Ooh, there we go. Alright. I think we can bring the throttle back a little bit. Oh, you know what else we need to do is... Oop. Oop. There we go. Okay. Now we're on the taxiway, or on the runway, or almost on the runway. We're past the whole short line, so technically we are on the runway. So we're going to back taxi runway 32. We get a little more beans. Okay, what is going on here? Oh, didn't realize I had turned myself off. I'm reading a completely unrelated Discord here, and somebody's saying, oh, I got screwed over by Amazon. They sent the wrong thing. You know, I did the return option, and now I'm just, you know, it's like, well, no. If you haven't returned the thing, you know, then you haven't given them a chance to make it right, and you haven't gotten screwed yet. You know, mistakes happen. It's a huge company. They ship millions of packages a day. You know, a 1% failure rate would be, what, 1,000 packages a day? Or would it be 10,000? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's some absurdly small number compared to the number of stuff that they actually ship out successfully every day. So it's like, I don't start complaining about that sort of thing until... I mean, I know it's disappointed you didn't get the thing you wanted when you wanted it, but, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, shit happens sometimes, you know? That's... So I want to get up in the air kind of quickly, so I didn't do the, what you call it, um, you know, the walk around and everything. We are going to do the run up, but I did auto start the plane because I don't want to spend a lot of time on the ground because we've got about 70 miles to go, and I don't have a hard stop, but I do have a time I want to be done with. So, all right, let's go ahead and 2,000 RPM. Man, this thing does not sound good, and it's vibrating a lot. All right. Ooh. That's not good. Alright, let's bring this back to idle and see what I did to the airplane. Maintenance. Inspect. It says everything's fine. Okay, what the hell did I break? Huh? Alright. Well, we're going to have to get the engine restarted because I can't get off the runway otherwise. Alright. This is not good. I got an hour and 15 minutes on this engine. Oh no, I wanted to keep that up. Trying to figure out what the devil. Oh, you know what? Well, let's try. Alright, lock that in place. Fuel pump on. There we go. Oop, forgot to set the parking brake. That's alright. Oh man, she sounds a lot better now. Whoa. It's some really bad. Okay, I got some misfiring cylinders. Oh, there they go. Huh. Alright. Time to stop worried about that. Time to start working on getting onto our heading. Oh. Works better when you turn it on. Okay, why? Is the number 5 cylinder running super hot? Is there something wrong with the baffling? No? Okay. Huh. Alright, so carb heat is all the way in. Mixture's full. Let's try pulling that back. See if we can get these... No, that's causing temperatures to go up. Huh. Oh boy, I am all turned around. Alright, why is my cylinder running so hot? But then I got the... This one says it's fine, so I don't know... I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Alright. Hang on. Are we... Yeah, we're going east, northeast-ish. It's the way we want to go. Yeah. Wait. No, we want to go northwest. Man, I am having a day. Okay. What's the outside temperature? It's like 60, so there's no reason for... Alright. Now we're back to runway heading. Go ahead and level her off. And actually bring the prop back to cruise. Manifold pressure back to about 25. Alright, I just realized I forgot to change the information on the stream information. Alright. You know what I should do is I should get this on the dang autopilot. I think that's what we're going to do as soon as I can manage to intercept the beam, because we're only, what, 22 miles from Ilb? Do want to actually spill some altitude. Oh, you know what? Lord almighty. Still got flaps down, gear out and flaps down. Alright, now we're picking up some speed. Yeah, my flaps are still down. Yep. Oh man, it's like I forgot how to take off the airplane, which is rather embarrassing. Let's get a little bit more to the right. Actually, why don't we use the heading? There we go. Hey, Muttley, how are you? Yeah. We're a DC moment, you know. We all have them. I cannot complain. You know, life is good. Can't, you know, waking up above the grass, so, you know, that's always a good time. Alright, we do want to drop, I'm gonna bring the throttle back a touch. And the RPM to 2,000, just because there we go, weird like that. Would like to drop some altitude. I don't want to be quite this high. It'll miss the scenery. This area does look really quite striking. So as you can see, we're back in the Balkans, over Croatia. 1 minute. Oh, that's right. You guys are on summertime. I'm like, no, it's only 7 o'clock. There should be like 23 Zulu. And then I remembered, yeah, Britain's on British summertime. Let's give it some downward, not quite that much. So I tried some of Murph's little hacks that he talked about in his stream earlier today. And wouldn't you know it, I picked up 4 or 5 frames, and now I am main thread limited. So, you know, not the worst thing in the world. You know what? We changed time, you know, we do daylight savings time as well. And I don't frankly understand it, if I'm honest. You know, last year, the U.S. Senate, you know, kind of like our House of Lords, they actually voted unanimously, 100-0, to do away with daylight savings time in the United States. And then for some reason, the House, equivalent to the House of Commons, the House of Representatives, just never took up the bill. And it's like, what are you doing? Ah, the 146, nice. You know, if I were gonna fly an airliner, it'd probably be something a little bit smaller like that, or maybe the CRJ. I never really got into any of them. You know, low and obviously at 170 knots, not slow, but okay. I'm like stuck between 2 clicks of the trim wheel here. Anyway, yeah, low but not slow. You know, as I'm doing 180 knots now. All right, well, let's take some manifold back out and see if we can get her to trim up at about 160. That might have been too much manifold. Put a little bit more back in. You know, there's one nice thing about real airplanes is, you know, I say from my all 40 minutes of my experience in real airplanes that, you know, you can actually feel the trim wheel. Or not so much the trim wheel, but, you know, you've got pressure on the yoke, and then all of a sudden there's just no more pressure on it once you've got it trimmed with the attitude you want. So it's so much easier to trim at the attitude, you know, that you want. I am going to yeah, that is the terrain menu. Okay. Go the other way. Yeah, so we're trying to kind of go through this valley, and it looks like we're gonna make it. So that's good. What's the range on that? I can't. Oh, 15 miles. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to get the trim right when you can't really feel what you're doing. You know, in a real airplane, I don't know about airliners. I've ever only flown, and like I said, it was for about 40 minutes in a Flight Design CTLS, which is a great little airplane. Sips automotive gas. You know, what you'd call petrol. You know, but it's got a nice wide cabin, and it's, you know, it's easy to fly. And you just feel all the pressure come off the stick once you get the trim just right. So, all right, looks like we are going to actually cross the VOR without ever having gotten onto the radial that I wanted. Let me pull up my plan here and see what my next course is. 035. Okay. So we're going to depart on the 035 radial. You know what? And since I'm in heading mode, why don't I just go ahead and set this up for the 035 radial. I want to go, yep, that way. Oop. All right. I'm going to give her a little more power because we are descending and I didn't even realize it. Gotta constantly watch these instruments, because it will come back to bite you in the you-know-where. Alright, let's go ahead and give our heading about 15 degrees to the left. So we're flying to Lake Bled, which, if you're a Top Gear fan, you may remember from their most recent Top Gear adventure, Euro Crash, which I quite enjoyed, although it really felt like they filmed two separate specials. You know, one where James May was occasionally with them, and then one where he was just on his own, completely different thing. I didn't, you know, if you've not seen it yet, I apologize. Oh, so, okay, so you know all about what it feels like to fly a single-engine aircraft. So I will shut up and stop patronizing you, Muttley. Nope. Ah! Let's keep the nose up. There we go. Alright. I don't actually want to quite join the course yet because I want to clear these hills. That's a cute little town. And these mountains off in the distance are starting to look pretty epic. But anyway, so we're flying to Lake Bled, and you may remember it from the Euro Crash top or Grand Tour special. And yeah, it looked absolutely amazing in their you know, in the film, and so I really kind of want to visit. Hard to do that. I can't just, you know, hop on a 12-pound Ryanair flight to wherever. Well, wherever in Central Europe, anyway. I mean, I can get a $50 want-to-getaway ticket on Southwest. Although, last I checked, I wasn't going anywhere I really wanted to be. So we're still in, yeah, we're still in heading mode. And I think we're probably going to stay in heading mode. Because I've got a rough idea of where we're going. I'm also looking at the route on Navigraph. Let's see. Actually, you guys should be able to see it. Nope, nope, that was me. That's the one I wanted. So, yeah, we're kind of on our course. Looks like we're going to shoot this gap just like I wanted to, so that's good. Alright, so we will... Well, that's good. That's good. I did a discovery flight, and then I was all set to start doing the actual lessons, and then I had to replace my heater and air conditioner. So I was like, well, okay. there was 10 grand out the door. So yeah, once we cross through this gap... Oh, there's a windmill. Probably a lot of wind blowing through that gap. And once we cross this gap, I'll make a right turn, and we will try to intercept our course. Of course, we're... Why isn't that telling me the distance? Well, okay. Well, so we're 10 miles from ILB, so that means we're 32 miles from the next waypoint. Alright, engine seems to be running in good shape. The cylinder head temps were super hot earlier. Well, it seems like we're running okay now. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's a neat highway. Although it looks like they still got the cars driving on the ground and not the overpass. Oops. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I drove a bus for a little while in college, and didn't really get to see much other than campus and around the city. But you know, definitely a nice career. I never had a HGV license, just a bus license, so no trailers for me. Well, up to 10,000 pounds here in the U.S. Ooh, hairpins. That looks like a lot of fun. Especially in something with a bit of power. Oops, we're almost at 4,000. Let's... No, actually, I don't want to leave that there. I'm going to bring power back a little bit more. I bring the power back and we're climbing. Really? Okay. I'm going to turn the sim sounds up just a little bit. And actually, let's take off the headphones for a second and appreciate this IO 520. I mean, it's just spectacular sounding. I wonder what the temperature is inside the cabin. Oh, it's cold! Alright. So let's... Do we have the vents open? Oh, we do have the vents open. Give it a little bit of cabin heat. Oh wow, 120 tons. So that's what, around 24,000 pounds. That's it's a lot for one unit. Although trucks around here, I don't know what the max is in the EU or in UK, but I mean here certain trucks can have 100,000 pounds on them. Well, not on them, but all up, you know, full gross vehicle weight can be upwards of 100,000 pounds. That's rare though, just because it does an absolute number on the roads. I'm gonna switch to the Ljubljana. That's 117.2. Yeah, the biggest and heaviest thing I ever drove was a 40,000 pound, 40-foot city bus. Okay, so, oh, yep, there's the city of Ljubljana. I'm gonna put the headphones back in and then take a step outside the airplane. There's the city of Ljubljana. I know I'm not saying that right. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that my iPad is not keeping up with... Nope, it is. Huh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so what's odd is should be on the 035 radial, and that's going to be what, like 210? But I'm showing myself left of track. I don't know. I'm very confused. Yeah, exactly. She's running nicely. She's nice and cool. You know, and the, let's see, what are we, we're pulling about 11 gallons per hour. That's not bad. Nachos are awesome. Yes, they are. Okay, now we're getting into some terrain. Now the real question is am I going to be able to get up into Lake Bled without, you know, crashing the airplane? I'm going to try. But It's going to be interesting. The idea is I'm going to try and fly over Bled Airport and then follow the canyon up. Oh, the Comanche? Yeah, I enjoy her. Scofia Loca Castle. That's an interesting line on the ground. I can't tell if it's... I can't tell what that's supposed to be. So this is a pretty little town. Okay, I don't even know where we're at, so we're gonna... And we'll hop back in. Alright, so... Lake Bled should be down this way here. I think. No. It's on the other side of this ridge, so we gotta go on the other side of that ridge. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this is where it gets kind of interesting. Okay, well, then we'll just disconnect the autopilot. And it's blithering at me. So yeah, around the other side of this massif is where we're going to want to turn in towards the lake. Alright, yeah, alright, so the fuel's still pretty even. So the airport... Okay. So the airport we're shooting for should be just ahead. Oh, I see it. Okay, I see it. Boy, this must be an interesting flight in an A380. Or not a 380, it's a 320. God, they'd never send an A380 in here. I'm just thinking, I'm sure Ryanair and EasyJet probably fly in to Bled. I could be wrong. Alright, looks like there's 2 POIs at the entrance to the canyon. Give her a little bit of nose down. Well, let's just step outside for a quick screenshot, because, you know. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Here's where it's going to get a little interesting, because, boy, that cut does not look very wide at all. And, of course, the red terrain means it's, you know, either above me or within 100 feet below me. I think what I'm going to do is try and fly a little bit past it so that I could try and stay on one side of the canyon. At least that's what we're going to try and do. Yeah. Alright, nope. And we're going up again, which I did not want to do. Well, you know what? I think this is Lake Bled in front of us. It is Lake Bled in front of us. Okay, we don't have to go down that scary canyon, but you know what? What the hell? We're going to do it anyway, because, you know, it's a simulator. There's no real consequence. Now, you know what would be really cool is actually get some throttle back, slow down, get down low to the deck. Now, what I might do, just because, man, this is really pretty, is fly through here in the Beaver with floats on it. Because that thing is just a monster. Can't remember what my safe flap speeds are. That's fine. Gotta get those screenshots, right? Oh, come on, we can do a full 2-minute turn. Let's keep the nose up. I don't want to crash. Alright. I'm gonna try to stay as close to one side as I can. Keep the nose up. I don't mind going slow, but I want to keep the nose up. And not afford to lose any altitude in here. Look at that. That is just... man. Maybe not just like 250 feet at 400 knots, but it's certainly nerve-wracking for me. I don't usually fly this way. I'm not a big fan of the warbirds. No, come on, nose up, nose up, nose up. There we go. Now the real question is, and I'm a little worried, am I going to have room to do a 180 at the end of this box canyon? And I don't think I am. We might have to start climbing. Luckily, I got plenty of power in this engine. Give her a little more. Actually, I'm going to drop notch of flaps in. And it'll slow me down, but I would really much like to have more lift. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Looks like I am going to have enough room to make the turn. Or to turn, to make the 180, so. Look at this. This is... okay, oh, so you know what? I bet I could sneak... You can't see where I'm pointing at. I bet I could sneak through here. Oh, I could definitely swing a bus around in that gap. I've done it before. But I don't think you're supposed to stand a Comanche up on its wing to turn out of a valley. But you're right. It looked a lot smaller on the map than I thought it was, so... And there's the lake that I thought was Lake Bled. It does. And scrapes the crap off the bottom of the airplane. I mean, not that my airplane has barnacles growing off the bottom, but... Oh, yeah. Gobs a room. Gobs a room. So, when I went to Vancouver, last year around this time... Yeah, exactly. That'll buff out. When I went to Vancouver around this time last year, we did a harbor tour in a beaver, in a beaver float plane around Vancouver Harbor. And let me tell you, he was flying just like this. And it was probably routine for him, but man, was it exciting for me. So, even my mom enjoyed it. I didn't, I was not sure she would. So... In fact, if you check my YouTube channel, I took a video of the landing, and the stream where I recreated the flight we went on should be there. You know, should be. Just, God, to quote the phrase, just look at the state of you. Yeah, Vancouver, flying through Vancouver was a lot like this. It was just, I mean, absolutely absurd mountains. Oh, yeah. And this is one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of the airliners. I don't have a problem with them. It's not for me. You know, people enjoy them, and that's totally, absolutely okay. You know, that's the beauty of this sim, is it does, you know, maybe not everything perfectly, but it does everything well enough that there's a lot that people can enjoy, you know? So. Alright, let's, Alright, once more through the Serbian Mach Loop. Or are we in Slovenia? I am honest to God not sure. Maybe a little bit further to the right. So I'm finding what I really need to do is kind of resist the urge to turn too early. I'm worried that I'm going to hit what's in front of me, but if I turn too soon, I'm not going to clear what's beside me. And it's a little terrifying to think about. Yeah, radials are cool. Although I only own one radial-engined airplane, and that's the Beaver. But I mean, that thing is so good. I mean, it's a Milviz or Blackbird, whatever they're calling themselves now. It's a Blackbird product, so I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. Because the C10 or the 310 is really good. I keep hoping that they're going to drop a turbo 310. I remember when it first came out, I tried to do a flight with it out of Cusco in Peru to go visit Machu Picchu. Couldn't get off the runway. The engines were just absolutely starved of air. Because the airport's at 10,000 feet. So, you know. Alright, so the airport is just off my right wing, it looks like, from the map. Let's go ahead and... Are we below the... Yeah, but I don't want to put the gear down just yet. Oh man, the Beaver's great, and the sounds are just absurdly good. I mean, just absurdly good. And it feels right. You know, I don't like to criticize flight models because, you know, I think like I said before, I've got about 40 minutes at the controls of an actual airplane. But so I don't feel like I'm really qualified to comment on that. But you know, at the same time, you know, when something doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Like this feels right. The beaver feels right. Alright, once more over Lake Bled, there's the Church of the Assumption. And I don't think you can have speedboats on this lake, so you'd have to row out, which does not sound like a lot of fun, but you know, some people are into that sort of thing. Just fine. And then there's Bled Castle. Man, that's amazing. And what looks like a football field and a running track. I wonder if that's the local high school or something else. Do not know. Alright, let's see if we can find the airport. Actually, let's see. Oh, airports, Bled, runways. Okay, I don't know what the winds are doing right now. There's the airport. And it is at a elevation of 1,600 feet. So we're going to want to be at about 2,600. And I can't... Oh, wow. Look at the mist rolling in. That's pretty cool. That was not there when we were there earlier. I'm flying live weather. Obviously, I'm not flying in live time because, you know, it would be dark in Bled. All right. So let's just go ahead and make left traffic and land on runway... I don't know. The opposite one. Let's see, runway... Yeah, I'm going, what? 140, so yeah, 32. Can't really see the... what you call it. All right, need to bleed some more altitude, so I'm gonna put the wheels down. Oh, listen to the wind. Were we... Oh, we were right on the cusp. I probably should not have done that. That's alright, because we are down and locked. Let's go ahead and get some more flaps in. I think I cut my, I need to drop more altitude. Let's say I think I cut my, downwind leg a little close. So I may bow out and kind of extend the base leg. Yeah, there's no way I can make that. Alright, I'm gonna put the prop up to 2,500. Starting to get into a little bit of haze. We might be losing our VFR window. That's all right. I still have ground contact. I can still see the airport. We are in good shape. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I could cut that one near tight enough. Boy, we're about 800 feet off the ground, but man, that sure doesn't feel like it, looking at those electricity pylons. The airport, as I recall, is... Yeah, okay, it's to the right of the highway, but I need to... Alright, I guess we're just going to enter... We're just going to turn final directly, so let's go ahead and get our last notch of flaps in. Mixture full rich. Start bleeding the power out. go. Do a little bit of a skid or a slip. I don't know. No, I'm never quite sure what the difference between a slip and a skid is. A little high. Actually, we're a lot high. If this is at 1,600 feet, we are a lot high. All right, well, dive and drive, baby. Dive and drive. Come on. Well, can't argue with that, landing rate. Landed a little long. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the plane cleaned up. Landing lights off. Come on. I think the potentiometer in my brakes is going bad. I'm not trying to jam the brakes, it's just they seem, I don't want to say twitchy, but they're not super smooth. Alright. Trying to decide if I want to park on the grass or what. I think we can. Get out of my way, car! I'm coming through! Chop, 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 chop. You know what? I don't see anybody else parked on the grass, so... It looks shorter than all the other grass, so I'm going to park on the grass. All right, and we are done. Let's go ahead and drop back. Got the mix. Get the whatchamacallits out. You know, the whatchamacallits. The mags, Jesus. All right. Fuel tanks off. Lights off. All right. Continue, just because I want to have all the switches in the right position for when I do this again. All right, cool. Now, let's see. Did I break the plane at all? Nope, doesn't look like it. Well, that's good. What about the airframe? Nope. Cool. All right, well, we'll take all that. Let's go ahead and... I love the control lock. All right, cool. Turn that guy off, and so we are just about done. So that was, what was I looking at? Okay, perfect. All right, and one more screenshot. Nope. Why is Edge coming up? Go away, Edge. No one likes you. All right, so let's pause that guy. So that is our flight for tonight. I'm not sure how much more exploring of World Update 13 I'm going to be doing, or is it 12? I can never remember. Whatever the current one is. But what I am going to do is I am going to start a raid, and we're going to raid my friend Ibanez player. Nope, okay. Ibanez player 200. No, is that? Yep, have a good night, Muttley. Thanks for hanging out with me. Alright, I don't know why this raid's not working. Let's see if I can do it from my phone. It says I have a mobile live dashboard. Okay. Well, we weren't really... Well, that was kind of right, but... Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever finished that. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, I don't want to watch, but I do want to... Is there a way to raid from here? I guess not. Or, how do I go to... There we go. Oh, raid channel. Hey, there we go. I ban... Okay. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and raid now. I will see you all next time.
Raid, I appreciate it, dude. How was your stream, man? Unfortunately, I left work